agree with you, Darrell. If Robby Gordon makes no mistakes, he wins this race. He's got 2 laps to go.
Got to sit on that hot stove right now, baby, and sweat ice water.
44 of 93 Winston Cup road races in history have been won from the front row. Robby Gordon started outside pole today.
It looks like Jeff Gordon gets in the corners a little better than Robby. Robby's getting off the corners. That's normally the way it works at a road course.
Right, well, that's the way a tight race car is. You can drive it into the corner hard, it just won't turn. See Jeff run in there pretty hard, but the problem Jeff's got is when he tries to get back on the gas, I think the car just, the front end takes off with it.
Well, it's pushing, pushing, pushing. Finally, the front wheels bite, and the rear wants to come around and gets loose.
The singular Chevy, the DuPont Chevy, and then the Goodwrench Chevy. Kevin Harvick, the front 3. Bill Elliott's.
Protect the inside.
Here he comes. Gordon's going to try all he can right down here going into turn 11 to give him a look, just to let him know, hey, buddy, still here.
This might be his last best chance, Darrell, right here with 1 to go.
He got out wide here last time, trying to make like a crossover move. He's trying to work with that push he has. He's trying to take the car out wide and cut it down.
White flag for Robby Gordon, trying for his second Winston Cup win.
More Robby Gordon, if you're ever going to hit your marks, hit them this lap, buddy.
I think Robby Gordon showing a lot of style right now, buddy.
Johnny Benson may be out of gas. For the first time in 6 years, Jeff Gordon has not led the most laps in this race. Robby Gordon has.
A couple of critical areas here. This is one of them. This is the next one right here. Don't mess up right here. Get in here smooth.
Kevin Hamilton, protect the inside.
Not going to get past down through here now. Only thing you can do down through here is let Gordon close up so he can make a run at you. Here he comes. He's not going to be able to pass him here, but he's going to be able to set him up in turn 10 is what he's trying to do.
For turn 11.
For turn 11. Here he's going to make a run at him right here now. Here he's going to come hard. Robby's in there. He's going to block him. Can't make it. Nice try. Can't make it.
Robby gets off the corner. He'll have his second Winston Cup win. 1 turn to go. Turn 12. Robby Gordon, California kid, is going to win the Dodge St. Martin 350.
That's huge.
That is big.
Jeff Gordon half a second back. Kevin Harvick holds off Bill Elliott for 3rd. Ryan Newman's 5th. Boris said the pole sitter is 6th. Ron Fellows comes back for 7th ahead of Rusty Wallace, Bobby Labonte, Jeremy Mayfield, Dale Earnhardt Jr., and Tony Stewart.
And Matt Kenseth finishes 14th.
Behind Michael Waltrip.
Way to go, Robby. That's a really great job. When you got Jeff Gordon breathing down your back, that's a great job.
Matt.
And Kevin Hamlin, you got married on Thursday, you win on Sunday. Congratulations.
Oh, thank you very much. I don't even know where to start thanking people. I guess we need to start with God for blessing us with such a good day. And just all of our sponsors. We got this Charlie Angel Special Edition Singular Wireless Monte Carlo here. And Robby Gordon did a terrific job all weekend.
What a thriller.
Our engineering staff, Chris Andrews, they did a great job working and designing and building this car. Gave Robby something special. And everybody at Richard Childress did a great job. It's all 3 of these teams work together to make these victories happen at RCR. Motor Shop did a great job. Fab Shop did a great job. It's you just can't understand how important it is for all 3 of these teams to work together. And at times out on the track they're racers. That's what you got to expect that, and they do a great job. And that's what Richard pays them for, to race one another. And all the guys in the shop do a great job pulling together and making sure it's one single team effort to get the things here to the track. And can't say enough about Richard and Judy.
Now, Robby told me he helped design this car. What did he do?
Well, he told us where to bend the tubing or something. He's instrumental. You know, he's a great road racer, and he had a lot of thoughts and a lot of ideas, and had some guys weld this thing together that he's had in the past, you know, messing with some of his road racing stuff. And then Chris Andrews and the guys took it from there and did a great job with it.
Kevin Hamlin, congratulations. Mike?
For car owner Richard Childress, his third road course victory. 1983, Riverside, California with Ricky Rudd. Right here with Dale Earnhardt in 95, and now with Robby Gordon.
Hey, Larry, Childress told him not to wreck the car, but he didn't say anything about blowing it up.
And he's been working on that pretty hard coming down.
I think he's going to accomplish that.
Paint scheme on that car. Charlie's Angels promoting their new movie.
Yeah, it was Robby Gordon full throttle today.
Got a lot of room to do donuts here. Buy him a couple of dozen, buddy.
Yeah, those are the staging lanes to the drag strip here. Plenty of asphalt to use up.
But I'm happy for Kevin Hamlin. You can hear it in his voice. Remember, he was Dale Earnhardt's crew chief on the 3 car when Dale got killed at Daytona and came back with a couple of wins with Kevin Harvick. A lot of realignment up there with crew chiefs, and now Kevin's back in victory lane. That's good to see.
And for Richard Childress, whose cars have performed extremely well in the NASCAR Busch Series this year and have struggled somewhat in Winston Cup. It's a return to victory lane. First time in, what, 33 races?
First and third. First and third today. That's pretty impressive.
2003, 16 races, 13 different winners.
How about the runner-up, Steve Burns?
Thanks, Mike, with Jeff Gordon, who's just gotten out of the race car. Jeff, tell us about that great duel with Robby Gordon.
Yeah, you know, on this racetrack, it's hard to really pass. So we were faster than him, and he was kind of blocking, you know, which he needed to do, and it was a good move. You know, my hat's off to him, the Richard Childress team. They did what they need to do. They had the track position. I think Robby's got a little problem going faster under caution than he does under green, though. But besides that, he drove the wheels off the car, and I did everything I could to get by him, and that's all we had for him.
Good points day for you.
Great point stand. I had to keep that in mind. You know, Robby's pretty hungry at these road course races, and there was a couple times where I could have made some moves on, but it was very iffy, and you know, as aggressive as Robby is, you want to be careful when you're going for a championship.
All right, thank you, Jeff.
Well, Jeff Gordon takes a big jump in the points. He leapfrogs Dale Earnhardt Jr. into second place. And Matt Kenseth's lead, which started the day at 185, he only had 11 points trimmed off his lead, but a new second place driver. Chris Myers.
All right, thanks very much. The day started for Robby Gordon, and a little bit ironic in his singular wireless car that he wins the week that Nextel announces its sponsorship as he continues to celebrate. But the day started, you know, he was heaving. We thought it wasn't because Darrell Waltrip picked him to win the race. He had food poisoning, so was the report. But he hung in there, drove a terrific race. And here's a guy who's had chances with other race teams, and finally with Richard Childress Racing, it seems like it's a good fit.
It really is a good fit right now, Chris. I mean, you take a look at the fact that Robby's coming to Winston Cup on 2 other occasions, and some of the owners and the crew chiefs were having trouble communicating with him and working with him as far as the race car is concerned. But now driving for Richard Childress, he gets his second win in the last couple of years, and I mean, he's really come of age, and he's really starting to put things together. They're up there in the top 10 in points. I think they've jumped back up in the top 10. Been consistent pretty much all year long, but a great run today by the singular wireless car.
And the top 3 finishers, all from California, with, of course, Robby Gordon, Jeff Gordon, Kevin Harvick from Bakersfield. Robby's from Cerritos, California, and Vallejo, California is where Jeff Gordon from, and all Chevrolets, at least the top 3.
Well, I think that right there is a significant point, but at the same time, I don't believe that it's a make that got to victory lane. I think it's the fact these guys are very talented road racers. And when you think about Robby Gordon or Jeff Gordon, even Kevin Harvick, who won the Featherlight Southwest Tour race yesterday, these guys have adapted themselves to road course racing and done an exceptional job at it. And
Robby, a guy who, at least the story was that he used to have a pre-race ritual of eating a turkey sandwich for lunch before a race. I'm not sure if that figured into this. His first job, he worked on his dad's feed yard, used to rake over bales of hay, but very much an outdoorsman, loves mountain biking, boating, and adventure.
Oh, any kind of off-roading, as far as off-roading trucks or whether it's dirt bikes or whatever it is. He's a very active individual, and he loves racing any type or any form of race car, no matter where it's at, whether it's IndyCar, IRL. It just doesn't matter to him. He's really a very talented race car driver.
And an advantage being a regular on the Cup circuit as opposed to the hired guns who obviously didn't. They were in the top 10 in Boris and Ron Fellows, but didn't challenge at the end.
Well, I think you got to be in position, and that's what they were able to do, was put him back in position.
All right, let's get on. We're going to hear from Robby Gordon. And Dick Bergman is standing by for the celebration of victory lane.
Well, 34-year-old Robby Gordon from Cerritos, California, here in did it. You did it. Come on down, Robby Gordon. Congratulations. Those last few laps, your tires had to be worn out. You had Jeff Gordon all over your back bumper. How hard was it to hang onto that race car?
Well, the car was pretty good, actually, at the end. I was pacing myself off of Jeff. I just didn't want him to be able to get close enough down there in 11 to turn me, because I remember what happened at Loudon, and I know he owes me one, so kind of paced our race off of him. Kevin Hamlin, Chris Andrews, everybody on the Singular Wireless team did an awesome job.
How big is this day for you? Big enough he wants to clean the camera lens. How big was it?
It was a big race for us. I mean, to win here, it means a lot. You know, we've let this race slip away probably 4 times in the past. We stuck to a plan, and it worked good all day.
So many things didn't go in your favor. Got up this morning not feeling particularly well, clipped the wall at one point, thought you had a tire going down at one point. Did you think it was going to go away?
That was just foam over there. That wasn't going to hurt anything, but, you know, just try to conserve and use as much of the racetrack as we can so we didn't use the tires up too hard.
Congratulations, Robby Gordon, the big win. The crew behind is so jubilant. Let's go to Steve Burns.
Hey, thanks, Dick.